Hello, my name is Markesha Howlett. I'm a school counseling graduate student here at Grand Canyon University, and this is a mock counseling session. Before we begin, Joseph, we'll be going over this counseling informed consent form. I have to say your real name before we do your mock name. I'll read it out loud, and if you have any questions, feel free to stop me at any time, okay? I state your name.
Joseph Campbell.
Understand and agree to each of the following statements. I consent to video, audio recordings being made of mock counseling sessions and to these recordings being used to aid in the growth of counseling knowledge and skills. Initial. I consent to the excerpts from these recordings or descriptions of them being used by the Grand Canyon University faculty and staff for the purpose of supervision, research, and/or teaching. I understand that at any part of a conversation that is recorded and/or written down will be kept confidential. I will not disclose any information that may identify me in the mock counseling session recordings. The information given will be fictional and I will use an alias. I understand that Zoom will be used to record counseling sessions and that Zoom meets both HIPAA and FERPA confidentiality standards. I understand that if the recording of the mock counseling session activates any suicidal ideation or other potential harmful thoughts, I will reach out to a professional in my area immediately. Neither GCU, the college, nor the counseling student will be held accountable if I harm myself. By signing below, I attest that I have read, understand, and agree to the statements above as indicated for the mock counseling recording sessions as required in the counseling programs. The checked box next to your printed name constitutes your electronic signature. All right, thank you so much. And we'll go ahead and begin whenever you're ready. And I'll introduce myself and we'll get started.
Okay.
Hi, Nathan. My name is Markesha, so it's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
All right. Before we get started, we'll go over some confidentiality information. So if you have any questions, feel free to stop me at any moment. Whatever we discuss between us will stay here. I will not divulge any information to anyone else, so you can rest assured with that. But I must say there are certain situations where I may have to release records via the court or some special type of circumstances. If that comes up, I will give you more information, and there will be an informed consent form that you can sign stating if you release that or not. Okay? I'm going to put this down so it won't be a distraction for us. All right, Nathan, what brings you here today?
So I worked as a help desk specialist for the last 8 years, and I was recently laid off from my job, and I've been having some hard time just trying to cope and stress. I've been there 8 years, straight out of high school. Right before I got hired there, I had my son, Jacob. He's 8 now. So I've been working there for 8 years, and things have been kind of cool. But since I got fired, technically, it's been kind of hard trying to taking care of my son and trying to find a job. I haven't had to look for a job in 8 years, so it's the only job that I've had, so it's hard to apply for jobs, look for, to do a resume. I got referred to this job, so I don't even think I did an initial resume. So I have to do a resume, and I'm not sure what to put on it. So it's been very stressful. I can't sleep at night. I've been having issues, not being able to provide for myself and my son, and just take care of my son. So in the midst of stressing a lot, somebody referred that I seek counseling or therapy. I'm not sure what's this considered, but yeah. So that's why I'm here. Somebody told me I should come, and it may help me. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna get from this, but I'm here because somebody recommended me to come here.
Well, I'm glad you came. It's a lot in a short period of time. I see. It sounds like you're stressed.
I feel like there's a lot of weight on my shoulders, and I get so down. Maybe I guess it's more depressed, and it's hard for me to get work done or to go out and get the motivation to do stuff because I'm so down. Sometimes I can't get out the bed. I just lay there, and then by the time I look up, it's 6 or 7 o'clock at nighttime, and I really didn't get anything done. Then on top of that, it's hard to go out and do job interviews when I have my son. Right now, because of the pandemic, he's doing school at home, so I can't really leave him because he's only 8. And I used to be able to have my mom be able to kind of assist me, but she kind of not available to help me. Like she said, she would try, but that really doesn't help me. My mom doesn't have that. We don't have that close of a relationship. But so I've really left a fend of my own when it comes to my son. So it's hard to be able to watch him during the day, during school hours, and try to find a job in the evening. So it's kind of hard to do that. So I guess most of my work would have to be trying to do things online, I guess, because the help center that I worked for, because of the pandemic, it closed down. So that's why that company is no longer there. So we were kind of let go. So just trying to figure out how to kind of cope and get the motivation to do what I need to do, because I don't have any other options, because bills are due. We have to eat. Son has needs, so just trying to make sure I can be a good dad. So that it's kind of hard it hurts a little bit more. So being that I feel like I can't do what I need to do as a dad and find work and be able to provide. And so he can still be able to go to school and do the basic things that kids need to do.
Understood. That's a lot. So, as a result of losing the job, you're now forced to figure out how to provide for your son. All the while being stressed, you're not sleeping at night, and you're lacking motivation, which has put you in a bout of depression. That's what I'm getting from that. That's a lot. That's a lot. My job as the counselor per se is to help you figure out what you need in order to solve your issue. So we know that a big issue right now is that you don't have a job, correct?
Correct.
Okay, all right. So you said that your son stays at home with you to do virtual learning, and that you'll be able to fill out more applications online while you're doing that.
I guess I figure that's my only option, because I can't leave home to do anything because he's a minor and I can't leave him at home by himself.
Okay, understood, okay. And will they ever, I know that summertime is coming up, so he won't be in school, so I'm sure that's something that you're also thinking about?
Yeah, so that's, I guess, since it's May, school will be out in a couple of weeks, but then I have to figure out how I'm going to work, and he's not in school, so I need to find either daycare or some type of summer camp or something that he can do if I have a job that requires me to work during the day.
So it sounds like we need to find resources for your son, resources for yourself finding a job, and resources for you to get out of this mood that you're in, this lack of motivation, feeling depressed. We have to figure out how you can get better. I believe that's what you want.
Yeah, I need to. I have to feel like I don't have an option
Okay.
at this moment. I feel like I'm drowning I'm trying to fend for myself. So that's like right now, it's like sink or swim, like that flight type of mentality is what it feels like. So that's why it seems overwhelming, but I'm not sure where to start. I think that's what leads. That's my major concern is I don't know where to start. So that's where it becomes kind of difficult.
Well, I think I can help you in that department. I'm pretty good at helping people start to change a situation. So let's figure out, what do you like to do?
What do you mean?
As far as in your free time, do you like reading? Do you like to fish, golf?
I'm not sure what I like to do. Like I said, I came straight out of high school with a newborn son, and I jumped into the workforce. And like my job is very demanding. It requires a lot of work when it comes to, a lot of stress when it comes to meeting deadlines and deliverables and quotas and things like that for our help center. So I spend a lot of time doing that during the day when I'm at work. But then I have my son pretty much most of the evenings. So I really don't know what I like to do for fun. So I guess something along the lines of doing something with my son, or I need to figure out what I like to do as an adult, because I haven't really had the opportunity to go really do anything. I haven't really traveled. I haven't really done anything.
Okay. I have another question. If you were to wake up in the morning and all of these problems were no longer there, what would you do?
I never thought about that before. So what would I do if I didn't have anything to worry about?
Anything that you told me about, if your job wasn't an issue, having support for your son, bills, so on and so forth, the stress, what would you do?
I don't know, learn about motorcycles or something like that. Maybe like dirt bikes and like riding like 4-wheelers and things like that. It just seems interesting. I've never done it before, but I see it on TV. So it's something that was the first thing that popped in my mind. Something cool like that.
Well, Nathan, it sounds like that's our start.
Okay.
He said that if you didn't have these issues, you would want to learn about motorcycles. My guess is if you start to learn about motorcycles, it may help you diminish some of that stress. So we'll try something. What I would like for you to do is a little bit of homework. So when you get home or to your next destination, just take some time out in the evening, and I want you to write down things that you would like to do. Possible things that you haven't thought of before. If it's in reference to the motorcycles or the dirt bikes, take your time and really figure out what you like to do. Okay? Once you do that, bring it back. And I also want you to think about that question I asked you. See, look a little deeper besides if you were to wake up in the morning and you had no issues.
Okay.
So if you can give me at least 5 different things that you would want to do, we can build upon that. In the meantime, since it'll be a week, I'm excited and encouraged and hope that you're encouraged that you will find something, a job per se, or either you'll get some resume writing going. I know there are a lot of resources available online, so you can also look at that. How do you feel about what we've discussed thus far?
I feel a little bit at ease. It gives me something to think about. I know it'll be hard for me to think about fun things I like to do when I'm stressed about trying to find a job, but you were saying that resources that are online, so I guess is that something I can look up to figure out, like at least help me to write my resume?
Absolutely. I know that I have friends that actually go online and they pay or they find someone tutoring that'll help write your resume, or there are different things that you can look up to aid you in writing a resume. So I'm sure that there are different avenues that you can take in order to get you on the right path. There's also LinkedIn. If you've thought about that, since you've had such a long stint with the previous company you were with, maybe that's a way for you to utilize their resource and reach out to other peers in the field. So those are a few things that you can think about, and I'm hoping that there's some kind of report next week and we can go from there. Okay? Do you have any questions, any comments, any concerns?
Not really. I wasn't sure what to expect because I never did anything like this before. So, it's something new. So I'm trying to become comfortable, I guess. So I don't feel too bad, but still I'm a little nervous.
Well, the first step is always the biggest step. And you made that step. That was your choice. So I'm proud of you for that. And it's been a pleasure thus far meeting you and getting to know you. I would love to get to know more about you. So in the meantime, if you have any questions and it's before our session, feel free to contact me via email or even give me a call if it's something severe. If I don't answer, then obviously I'll get back with you as soon as I can, okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, Nathan, it's been a pleasure, and I will see you next week.
Thank you so
All right.
much.